The Sui token is absolutely sending. There's airdrops happening over on Sui. I'm very, very excited, and there's plenty more Solana news in addition to that. So let's dive in. So starting off with Sui, what is it? Basically, it's just reached its all-time highs a couple of hours ago, and it's just been rocketing for quite some time. And there's a couple of people, not many, in the comments that said, like, why are you covering Sui now? I'm not a chain maxi. Solana is my biggest conviction. Validator.com, we only have a Solana validator at this stage. However, there's multiple things to be attracted to in crypto. And, Sui's been on my radar since this point right here. I've only just started to have the bandwidth to actually start making tutorials, sadly, but I have been mentioning it for quite some time. So well done to Sui, and we'll be covering a lot more Sui tutorials, heaps of them, over the coming weeks before Christmas. So what's actually happening over there? The DEX volume is going absolutely crazy. 24-hour record for DEX volume. There's plenty of on-chain activity, and Suilend has just done their launch as well. So Suilend is kind of like Aave or Camino Finance in terms of a borrow lend market. They've got a couple of other things in there. They've done their airdrop of Send. You can have a look at the comments below. Some people did okay, some people didn't. Basically, if you use this organically for quite some time, it would have done okay. It was more similar to Camino. So I used Camino for a long time. And my Camino airdrop was tiny, but you keep on using it, you keep on getting more. So it's a better system, far better system. Like as an example, the dupe airdrop was done quite well, except someone that just had a whole lot of volume, they got a massive allocation of tokens, even though they didn't actually contribute really to Jupiter itself. Similar with all these other ones, only it's more of a drip kind of feeding approach. So probably Jupiter wasn't the best example there. But what I'm trying to say is that doing an airdrop, it looks decent. The tokenomics are pretty good. You've got save M drop. So save was Solend. So if you're part of that, if you held that token, there was a snapshot, you can go and check and link up, connect to wallet. Haven't done it yet. I don't know how much save I have. It's not a whole lot. You can see how big the community actually eats from this. It does very well. And I think this is what's needed in order to get community on your side. So I've claimed a very small amount on my main wallet, 300 or so tokens, but season 2 is still on. So you go in here, you connect your wallet. There's a couple of things to know. It's all covered in the previous tweet though. So in order to actually claim this one, you need a little bit of staked Sui, or Spring Sui, sorry. So you go to hop.ag and you can go and buy a small amount, put it into the dashboard here as SSui. And then when you come back here to actually claim this, you're good. I personally, and I'll cover this in the Sui videos, but I got most of my airdrop because I have a rootlets. So I put one of these for like, I don't know, $2,000. And then I got an airdrop worth like $350 or something. Rootlets is the NFT collection. The other thing to keep in mind with Sui lenders, now they're in season 2. If you think, oh, I missed it, it's all over. No, just use the dApp, use it well. If you like it, you're installed for some points, which will give you some token allocation. I don't know how long season 2 is going to go for, but I imagine this TVL will hit 1 billion quite comfortably. Now the send price is pretty decent. It rocketed up to $3.19. It's come on down. I have no idea where it goes from here because I don't understand if there's like a lot of hype on it. Its market cap is kind of sizable, but fully diluted valuation. Like you can see already, there's so much of the supply out. And this is exceptionally bullish because this can enter price discovery. So because of this, I'm going to go buy some more send. I'm going to LP it over on Bluefin. Let's dive into Bluefin in a second. Now, if you do have Solend, which has been rebranded to Save, it was a 2021 project which launched with a huge amount of hype and then had a little bit of a run up last year randomly. And now here it is. If you have any of this, I don't know when the snapshot was taken, but you can go and claim some send as well. So check out that because I know that people that held this were looked after as well. The other thing that's gaining a lot of traction over there on Suiland is Bluefin. So rewards boosted, the future is blue, highest APRs on Sui. I'm definitely going to do some proper videos on this and they'll be released before the weekend, I think. So if you have a look at my previous videos, you'll notice that there is an airdrop criteria if you're like in the top 10K stakers of dupe, or if there's a couple of other NFT projects or things that will allow you to actually go and claim some. You have to claim by connecting your wallet. There's no eligibility checker. They have some very decent APRs, and this is kind of like the Radium of Solana, only they've also got perps as well. So I'd use the perps a little bit, but you can do a normal swap like you can on Radium. And then if you go to the pools, concentrated pools, you can see, we can't click on this to make it go bigger, annoyingly, but you can see it's properly juicy with like Sui rewards and Blue rewards. So look at this, Blue and Sui. Those daily rewards are absolutely stupid. So this is not financial advice, never will be. I'm going to go and take 5K. I'm just going to go flick it into there. There's bound to be some significant downside with Blue token because they're giving out these juicy Blue rewards. However, something like this, this is an annual fee. So I know you can do a lot better than this on Meteora if you know what you're doing, and you can make this in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. However, this is still decent. This should outperform impermanent loss. If it doesn't, I will pull it out. But I'll keep you posted on this position. I'll see if I can do it from a public wallet in my tutorials. The Bluefin price is down 8.6%. It's got a low market cap, but it's got a higher fully diluted valuation, but it's still not too bad here. I mean, 15%, 16% of total supply. Definitely prefer Suilend Tokenomics compared to this, but still properly decent. Other big news, so we know that Phantom is moving across there. Backpack is also officially integrating with Sui. So well done to both those teams. Now, I am a Solflare maxi. I have a very smart thesis on this, in my opinion. There's no shade being thrown to Backpack or Phantom. But typically, if you're good at one thing and you just do one thing, that wallet will be faster, better, add new features compared to a wallet that's trying to do everything. So personally, I'm just using Sui Wallet and I use Solflare on Solana because that's just how it is. Regardless, it's going over there, which will take more people to Sui. That's my main point. With Phantom going and Backpack going, more people from Solana land are going to say, that sounds like a good idea. I can just use this wallet. And if you are using Solflare like myself, then you just watch another tutorial and then you set up a different wallet. Easy peasy. Either way, good stuff. Onboarding to Sui is getting easier thanks to Binance and FT Labs HQ. So this is FTUSD. So if we can see any chance to use this and get more decent rewards than holding USDC, we will do so, and I'll check it out later today. Now let's have a look at the general market state visualization. Whole lot of green, baby. 100K for BTC. Sols, it's not quite at its all-time highs. ETH is doing okay, and BNB is doing fine. You can see how the tokens like Cardano and TRX and AVAX, how they can pump and dump quite significantly. If you have a look at some of the traditional channels like Altcoin Daily that have been around for a couple of cycles, they have a huge number of views. And if they put out a poll, like, what do you think is going to outperform Cardano, Sui, Solana? You will see the crazy number of people that go click on Cardano. It's like, it's an army. It's a passionate army. I would say Cardano, it's not a meme coin because it has, utility. I wouldn't say it's an exciting ecosystem, and that would be putting it quite nicely. Having said this, like, it does certainly have, pumping potential. So if this dips hard, you may consider getting some. I hold no Cardano. Same with no TRX. I think there's better opportunities out there because I can't, I want to use my soul in Camino. I want to stake my soul. I want to borrow against my soul. Same with Sui. I don't want to do the same thing with these things because I'm just not familiar with them and I don't think they have as much run up. But if you're more of the type of person that will put something in a wallet or even a centralized exchange, buy it when it's low, sell a little bit when it goes up 15%, they may be the kind of tokens that you're also interested in. Just to let you know that even though I'm not pro their blockchains per se, they do have pumpermentals. Our greed index is at 83, so we got a little bit greedier. And this is from Neste, who's been pretty correct on a few things, but this is kind of crazy. And I've been having a few chats to different people on Bitcoin theses. Okay, plus 200K in Q1 2025 would surprise many. I mean, how crazy would that be if it hit $200,000, by like March or something like that? I'm hoping it doesn't, but it's not an impossibility. One other thing that you may want to look at, and I'm looking into this aggressively too, is Master. So MSTR, MicroStrategy stock. That has been outperforming significantly. It's just harder to buy. I don't know if you can just buy it on any crypto debt. You could buy it previously with like FTX, those kind of things. But now you may need Robinhood if you're in the US or eToro if you're outside of the US. So I'm looking into that, but some sort of Bitcoin exposure could be a good idea as well. Of course, personally, like just to be honest, I'm going to hold Bitcoin at the end of the cycle. So I'll rotate towards the end. But I will try and get some MicroStrategy stock before that. Solana Breakpoint, this is in Abu Dhabi, December 11th to 13th. I will be attending, And this year I will not be doing any content. So I'm just going to go there. And if you want to say hi, I'm just going to speak to people. So I apologize for anybody in Singapore where I was just busy making content. That will not happen again. I definitely think this is a worthwhile thing to go to. I think this will still be potentially a bullish environment. I'm starting to feel that the bull market could go a little bit longer than the entirety of the year just by listening to Rob Paul and whatnot. My point is, go get a ticket. I think this is going to be pretty damn exciting. It's a hot country, but at this time of year, it's like 26 degrees or 25 degrees. So you'll probably be able to go there. Next bit of news is with M3M3 and Meteora. So M3M3 was sniped by the team initially. It's not linked to Meteora. It's like kind of like it's connected to Meteora, but it's not Meteora. They explained why they did the snipe. The actual token's done well in recovering. They airdrop a lot of it out to just random NFT communities, which is good and bad. It's good because it gets more exposure, it gets more people bullish about it. It's forming that proper cult. It's bad because, you know, if you're just trying to trade it, or you shouldn't be trying to LP it because they have their own locked liquidity. But if you're just trying to trade it, then the market cap can range quite nicely. And you can kind of buy at 200 and then think you have to sell at 130, and you don't, it'll probably go much higher. But in general, what I'm trying to say is I like M3M3. Despite its launch, I think they've done it a very, very smart way. And if you go and stake this, you get a whole lot of other perks. So if we have a quick little look here at the website, you can now mint your own meme coin. You can come here, do your thing. There'll be other solutions out there that I think I'm going to prefer, but anything to take away from Pump.Fun, which I feel is extraordinarily extractive, I think this is really cool. So you can see there's these random ones. I mean, you can put anything out there, right? And then I'm not entirely sure how it works, so we won't dive in. But we did see another one launch, which was LGTB. We've got this one here, LGTB. Let's get this bread. I think it's quite clever because it's like LGBT, but then they've kind of reversed the last two letters. There's no reason to offend. It's just kind of a little bit more memeable, I think. I don't even know what the price is doing, but if you were staking some M3, and you do have to be staking a lot, then you actually got some of this. Apparently, though, everybody that was staking got an LGTB airdrop, even if you weren't in the top 999, apparently, because there's every single. And I'd fallen out of the top 999, and now I've got like thousands and thousands just to try and stay in there. What I'm trying to say is maybe even if you only have like $500 or $1,000 and you're not in the top 999, you may still want to keep it staked because maybe get future airdrops. Either way, I went and took my LGTB and I just went and staked it. There's a few whales that I'm seeing here, like NFT Doc and more, and Renji's probably a big one. They're just accumulating stuff. They're just staking it. It's just a better experiment than whatever the heck we've got on with these kind of insider cabals that are just kind of pumping and dumping stuff. Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't work out. Of course, you're always welcome to take profits. My key point is just get involved in the blockchain. Let's move on to some Magic Eden stuff. This is from The Hawk. Never seen this poster before, but this is not to be perceived as fudding, ME, or staking. It's just putting it into perspective. It's kind of like bonk rewards. I'm not staking any ME. I don't have much ME, but basically with this, it gives you staking power. It doesn't mean that you're going to have that many ME at the end of, say, 300 days. So that's apparently how it works. It's like bonk rewards. You get a multiplier, you get more rewards. Are you going to 5x it? Unsure. Some strategies people are using, if they got 1,000 tokens, they go and take 20% and they go lock it up for 4 years, in which case they're going to get back a decent amount in the next bull cycle. If you hold ME, maybe consider staking some. Just stake what you want, but just keep in mind that at some stage it's probably going to go to $25 or $30, and you will not be able to unstake it, and you're not going to want to put on a short position or hedge it, because then you have to hedge it for like 3 years or something. So whatever you put there, just keep in mind that you're not willing to touch that for quite some time. And if you do the quest, you'll probably end up getting a nice multiplier. It's not as simple as stake it for a length of time and 4x it. Next bit of news, Sion from Jupiter is talking about RFQ. And this apparently comes with MEV protection and zero price impact. And you don't even need gas. So we're going to do it live now just to see how it all works. One pretty cool thing with this is we've got solutions being made by Camino. We've got solutions being made by Jupiter. And when it comes to MEV, MEV is here to stay. MEV is good for an ecosystem, but dApps need to work out how you can't be front run. Thus far, it's on like Sol and USDC, but as it moves further and further along, it's going to be on hundreds of main tokens, which is fantastic to see. Now, very, very important, the Barrows, they are doing another Christmas giveaway. They did this previously in last year, and all you do is you just go and buy a ticket. All the funds go to a charity, and this is super worthwhile. This is what I'm most passionate about this entire week, okay? So Validate.com, we decided to just purchase an orphan and donate it back. So there's some sort of prize. The orphans and Barrows are good to Validate.com. I think, everyone watching this as well, stake your soul with us. And please, like this holiday season, we've done well. Most of us have held soul from under $100. We are eating. There are opportunities. There are airdrop opportunities. Go and give back a little bit. Just go and buy a ticket. It's like $9 or so. Someone's going to win it. Just, you know what? We'll just do it now. We'll go here, connect our wallet, everything that has the soul in here. I'm just going to go and buy some of these. $40 worth, 4 tickets. I think it's very, very worthwhile. This is going to a charity where like little kids that have heart problems, they can get looked after. If you're a parent, you'll understand. If you're not a parent, just trust me. One day you'll probably understand, but very important to give back a little bit. Next bit of news, the Seeker, Solana Mobile, on-chain holiday wraps up tomorrow. Don't miss your chance to grab a Seeker for 10% off. This is $450. You come here, someone's going to go win this. Also, I'm not sure if it's still going. Maybe it is, but you'll see it down here somewhere. Here it is. Anyone that was doing this, they get $100 worth of block, and that's going to be airdropped, I believe, tomorrow. Unsure if it's still happening. Probably is, but either way, this is a good chance to get one of these. I think having a Seeker, even though there's going to be like 200,000 of them, this will end up accumulating random airdrops throughout the entirety of 2025 when it launches. Ideally, it starts shipping before June. We'll just have to see how it goes. We've got some breaking news. Peanut is now listed on Coinbase. This has managed to pull up nicely, up 40% in a day. And I guess specifically on this bullish news, it came up 20%. And we've got another airdrop opportunity for those that have the time. And if you don't have the time, try and make the time. These things are starting to be worth your while, and they're probably going to be underfarmed because there's too much tension going off in too many different directions. So Perina, who I'm not very familiar with, but decentralized stablecoin infrastructure, they were invested in with Binance Labs, and there is an airdrop kind of guide that Crypto Teluga has done. And I think it's, this TVL is tiny. Do whatever this is. I think it's kind of worthwhile. And it's just a bit of a back and forth kind of process. Now we have some news from Flocky. So why is Monkey launch details? It launched just recently. The airdrop hasn't gone out. The actual airdrop date and time, it's the 15th of December at midnight. So you do have time to make sure that you've got some Flocky and token, ideally just holding it on like BNB chain, but you can hold it in some centralized exchanges, but BNB or Ethereum chain would be best. And the price is done quite well, but I don't know much about this. So I'm not buying it. I'm just going to get an airdrop, and then I'm going to see if it kind of has some legs. Maybe I'll take some profits. Maybe I won't. Given the fact that it hasn't actually had this airdrop yet, because the snapshot hasn't been done, or I don't think the airdrop has been done, then I don't know why this market cap's so high. I don't know how they managed to raise funds. So I don't have a lot of details. There weren't a lot of details given on it. A little bit of a strange launch, but it's doing pretty well. So it's been a bit of a long one, but let's dive into the actionables. DCA Sol and dupe, or just buy some every day, buy some every week, and just remember to stake it. Don't let Sol just sit in your wallet. People have 5 Sol in their wallet. Go and stake 4.9 of it. If you need to unstake it, you can do so quickly, or you can move it to Jito Sol. Join my Telegram channel for time-sensitive updates. Deposit into the Blue Sui liquidity pool on Bluefin, over 1000% boosted APR. I will do this publicly. However, that is not financial advice. Enter the raffle by the Barrows for an orphan NFT. Pre-order the Seeker phone for $50 off. This is the last day of the sale. And buy the Breakpoint 2025 ticket at $250. This ends 13th of December. Airdrop actionables. Use Meteora to earn fees and Met points. Probably going to go live later on today with Token Guy, and he will also go live today at 4 p.m. Sign up for Cast Debit Card. Use Gradient Network and Grass. Check your M3M3 staked wallets for LGTB airdrop. Stake it if you want, and hold some Flocky or token to get the Monkey airdrop. That's all for that. Remember to watch my Sui videos so you can get started on Sui.